Hello and welcome to the first video of Fix All and More. Today I'll be showing you how to fit a dash cam. In the future, keep an eye out for any other services that we provide, because we'll be making more posts about services provided and sneak peeks. And let's get to the video. So here's all the tools you'll need for the job. So we've got a trim tool, we've got a multimeter to check which fuse to tap into, we've got the cables for the power to the dash cam, and we've got a fuse tap attached to it. This is actually a hardwired kit. You can also buy ones which have 3 cables on it, which one cable would be for one that's always got power, but that would also have one of those sliders which turns it off when the battery gets to a certain voltage, so that you don't drain your battery completely. If you want motion detection and the G sensor when you're away from your car, but for this purpose we are only going to need one of these, which is on when the ignition is on. We also got with this one of these rear facing cameras with some double-sided tape on it, same on the normal camera. We'll need some cutters just in case we need to cut any cable ties or something. We'll use one of these needle nose pliers for taking the fuse out, and then that cable is going from the front camera to the rear camera, so it records both at the same time. And I've also got some cable ties and some clips just in case we need them, and a spare bit of fuse over there. So for demonstration I'll be using my my Twingo that I've got. So this is a 12 plate, but it works for all Twingos, and usually all cars have the same sort of methods to fit a dash cam. So let's get to the first step. So first you always want to make sure that that all your cables are long enough. So what we'll do here is actually first I'll remove my parcel shelf, which is just handled by 2 clips here, and then 2 bits over here. We'll put this to the side. So we'll have the camera somewhere over here. We'll put it here. We have a handy connection here as well. So for now we can just put this under here so it stays in place like so. When fitting your dashcam at the front, you want to make sure it's not obviously in your way, because it's going to block your vision. So you want to put it somewhere where you're not really going to look. So the best place is always up as high as you can go, or you could put it somewhere like this, because obviously mostly you're going to look this way and that corner would be perfect. But with this Twingo, the wipers are pretty high, so you cannot do that. So the best place I found is sort of behind the mirror, because I can still see out on the horizon, and it's nicely accessible if I need to do anything on it. So that's where I'm going to put it. So somewhere like here. Make sure it sticks nicely. There's an option to have auto lights and auto wipers, which would make like a massive blob over here, and they've actually left a cutout right there, which will be perfect for us to run our cables in. What I'll do is I'll take the rubber off, and this thing we'll need to take down, and probably our sun visor as well. We'll take our trim tools and we'll take one of these bad boys. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, D20. Yep, sometime. Now we do have enough space to push this on here. We run this cable around here. There's plenty of space in here as well. So we run the rest of this cable like so. Now here I could either take the time to actually go under here, but I'm only doing it where it would be in the way, behind here again. Obviously if I'm doing it as a permanent one, I would just run all of the cable where it's hidden. Yeah, so we've got 2 screws in there, both out, and then this actually just pops off. There's our 2 screws, let's not lose them. And then this thing is held on by just that bolt. Take this thing out like so. So what I'll do is I'll just leave enough cable here so the actual boot can open. And then we'll run it down in here, down through here, and then it'll run inside here, all the cables like so. Put it back, this cover cap back on, put this back in here, make sure not break the clips. So you cannot even see the cables right here either. Only place you can see them is going to be there, and obviously at the front over there. Any extra cable to plug in here. This is the widest this opens anyways. So here's how we'll run the power cable now. So this trim piece actually pops off. On the side over here, got some clips. So I'll go from inside. There's a hole on the side over here. Yeah. So we'll pull this through here. So you can use this. These like little clips. When doing this, what you need to be sure of is that the actual fuse that you're using is smaller or the same size as the one that you're actually tapping into. In almost all cars, in your usual manual, they should have a page for all the fuses, and we've got the list over here which correlate with the list on here. Cigar lighter would be number 30. So it's number 30, that one. So there's our big 15 fuse, and then right there, that one. Put the 15 fuse out. So now I've got the actual right tools. So these are some nice pokey sticks, as I call them. So we'll put one into one side, the other one in the other side, and then if we turn our ignition, we should have power. You might just know why. I'll plug something to draw. Yeah. So when you have current drawing from your cigar lighter, that's when you want to plug your thing in. So now we have ignition. If I go and turn the ignition off, like so, we don't have power, which is what we want. If I turn the ignition on, we have 12 volts. So what we'll do is, I've already got a 10 amp breaker in there, which is kind of an overkill, but it should be fine. And then you gotta make sure you put the fuses in the right place if they are different. So the top one goes to your dash cam, and the bottom one is the original that you need to put back in. And also note is that if you don't have the bottom one in, then the top one won't work, so you need to put fuses in both of them. So now we'll go and plug this baby in. Before we do anything else, we'll take our ground and put it somewhere where it touches the ground, like over here. That's now connected to ground. So now, hopefully, if we turn our ignition on, this should turn on. So we've got some lights. Yeah! And then now it's just time to actually connect the earth correctly and tidy this mess up. So with the 10mm spanner you can just get in there, undo that a little bit, and then take your cable and then just feed it sort of on the actual board like so, and then just tighten it back down. And then for all of this I just like to use a cable tie, and just like so, just tug it away. I mean, you could even leave it here, but I like my things tidy usually. And then now it's just putting trim pieces back together and then actually testing it with an SD card. So as you can see, this is now all put back together nicely. No extra cables or anything like that. Everything put back nicely. Only place where you could see some of it is over here, the double-sided tape. Usually these come with some sticky pads which are black, so you wouldn't see it. And then over there, but obviously, as I've said, I'm going to be taking this off in about a month, so this is just sort of like a quick fit. So all in all, fitting a dash cam took about an hour and 10 minutes to do. So if in the end you don't want to do your hardwiring of your dash cam, you can call us on this number or follow us on socials and drop us a message, and we'll get back to you with a quote as soon as we can. Thanks for watching.